John Fury, yeah, that's Tyson Fury's dad, just dropped a bombshell response to none other than the legend himself, Mike Tyson. You heard that right, Mike Tyson. So here's the lowdown. John Fury, he ain't one to mince his words, especially when it comes to calling out folks he's got a bone to pick with. And this time, it's KSI and Joe Egan who found themselves on the receiving end of his brutal honesty. Now, Joe Egan, he's an old sparring partner of Iron Mike, and he threw down the gauntlet for a match. But John Fury, he ain't having any of it, folks.
Tyson! Mike Tyson! Saudi brother! Two old boys, boy! Let's get at it, boy! Mike Tyson, Saudi Arabia! Bring it on!
First off, let's talk about KSI. John Fury's not too pleased with him, to say the least. He's calling KSI out for allegedly not paying up on a bet. Yeah, you heard me right. KSI's got some financial drama going on, according to John. Fury straight up labeled him a rat and washed his hands of any future dealings with him. Ouch, that's gotta sting, KSI. But wait, there's more. Joe Egan steps into the ring, figuratively speaking, and challenges John Fury to a match. You'd think Fury would back down, right? Wrong.
I've gone from them today to at least you're calling me my own name now, Joe Egan. I see the latest excuse. You've got the issues with KSI, that he owes you £200,000. Listen, I will give you the £200,000 out of my fight fee, out of my wages for the fight.
He's laying out his terms, clear as day. He's saying, show me the money. If KSI settles his debt, maybe then Fury will consider stepping into the ring with Egan. Talk about making things interesting, huh?
Mr. KSI, we're back in the UK. Just a quick reminder of the outstanding bill you owe me. I'm going to keep making videos, mate, till you pay. So you call the bet on, not me. You know, you want to be known as something. Start with being a proper man and an honourable man. Pay your money, because I'm not stopping till you do.
Fury's not playing around, folks. He's all about the business, and he's not afraid to say it. He wants that paper, plain and simple. And who can blame him? Boxing's a tough game. And if you're going to put it all on the line, you better make sure it's worth your while. Now let's talk about the bigger picture here. Fury and Egan might not be the biggest names in the boxing world, but they've got history, they've got beef, and they're not afraid to settle it in the ring. It's like a throwback to the old days, when honor and respect meant something in the fight game. And speaking of history, let's not forget where these guys come from. Fury's got that bare knuckle background, tough as nails, and ready to throw down anytime, anywhere. And Egan? Well, he might not have the flashiest record, but he's got that connection to Mike Tyson himself. That's got to count for something, right? But here's the thing, folks. It's not just about the fighters themselves. It's about the whole culture surrounding boxing. It's about the drama, the rivalries, the sheer spectacle of it all. It's like a soap opera, but with more punches and less romance. And let's not forget about the fans. Yeah, that's right, you guys. You're the ones who make it all happen. You're the ones who tune in, who cheer, who boo, who make it all worth fighting for. So here's to you, the true champions of the sport. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture here. Fury and Egan might not be the biggest names in the boxing world, but they've got history, they've got beef, and they're not afraid to settle it in the ring. It's like a throwback to the old days, when honor and respect meant something in the fight game. And speaking of history, let's not forget where these guys come from. Fury's got that bare knuckle background, tough as nails, and ready to throw down anytime, anywhere. And Egan, well, he might not have the flashiest record, but he's got that connection to Mike Tyson himself. That's got to count for something, right? But here's the thing, folks. It's not just about the fighters themselves. It's about the whole culture surrounding boxing. It's about the drama, the rivalries, the sheer spectacle of it all. And let's not forget about the fans. Yeah, that's right, you guys. You're the ones who make it all happen. You're the ones who tune in, who cheer, who boo, who make it all worth fighting for. So here's to you, the true champions of the sport. Now, let's talk rumors, shall we? Word on the street is there's some bad blood brewing between KSI and Fury. Some folks say it's all about the money. Others think there's more to it than meets the eye. Who knows what really went down behind closed doors? And as for Egan, well, there's whispers that he's been training like a man possessed. They say he's got something to prove, that he's not ready to ride off into the sunset just yet. Could he be the underdog we never saw coming? But hey, that's the beauty of boxing, isn't it? You never know what's going to happen next. 1 minute you're down for the count, the next you're standing tall, fists raised in victory. It's a roller coaster ride of emotions, and we wouldn't have it any other way. So here's to John Fury, to Joe Egan, to KSI, and to all the fighters out there putting it all on the line. You might love them, you might hate them, but you can't deny they've got guts. And in the end, isn't that what it's all about? Fighting for what you believe in, no matter the cost. Now let me set the stage for you. John Fury, he's not one to back down from a fight, especially when it comes to his namesake, Mike Tyson. And he doesn't just throw down challenges like any other Joe Schmo, he does it with flair, with that unmistakable Fury bravado. In a passionate declaration that'd make any fight fan's heart race, Fury drops the bomb. You know, me dad's game. He's offered to fight Mike Tyson. He's ready to rock and roll. You can practically feel the intensity, right? It's like a throwback to the golden days of boxing, where warriors stepped into the ring with nothing but grit and guts. Fury's not messing around, he's ready for war. Now what makes this challenge even more interesting is Fury's deep respect for Tyson. I mean, he named his son after the guy. That's some serious admiration. It adds a layer of nostalgia and sentimentality to the whole thing. It's not just a challenge, it's a tribute to the boxing legend who left an indelible mark on the sport. But let's cut to the chase. When Fury himself steps up to the mic, he doesn't hold back. Listen, let me tell you this much. I respect Mike Tyson. I named me son after him. But I'm a fighting man. I've got a warrior's heart. I'm in Saudi. Bring it on. Now that's the kind of talk that gets people buzzing. Fury's not just here to play nice, he's here to fight. Saudi Arabia is the battleground, and Fury's ready for Tyson to bring his A game. It's like a script right out of a boxing movie. But this is real life, and John Fury's throwing down the challenge of a lifetime. And then there's this gem of a response when Tyson brings up the whole training thing. None! I can go tomorrow. Old men. We're old men. We don't need training camps. We don't need nothing. Let's fight, mate. If you want to fight me, let's fight now. We'll get on deck 23, me and you, and we'll have a straightener. Get on there. Old men or not, Fury's not about to let a little thing like training get in the way of a good old-fashioned brawl. December 23rd, put it on your calendar, cause Fury's proposing a straight-up showdown. No frills, no fuss, just two old-school fighters throwing down. You can almost taste the anticipation.
I'm not saying I can beat him, but John Fury will give a good account of it. I'll stand in the middle of the ring and I'll trade till I'm dead. You know, with the great Mike Tyson, it's got to be the best, hasn't it? Up close and personal, we've had a back and to and throw, and I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Now, let's talk about the age factor here. John Fury, at 59, is defying all logic. In a world that often puts a premium on youth, he's stepping into the ring with the vigor of a young gun. His record might not be as shiny as Tyson's, but let me tell you, it's not about numbers, it's about heart. Fury's got that warrior spirit, and he's not afraid to flaunt it. And speaking of Tyson, here's where the magic happens. We've got two icons from different eras, coming together for a potential clash that could go down in the annals of boxing history. It's like a time warp, where the past and present collide, and we're all just along for the ride. But here's the kicker. It's all speculative. We're living in a world where anything can happen in the blink of an eye. In the unpredictable realm of boxing, where drama unfolds like a blockbuster movie, the prospect of two legends duking it out is enough to send shivers down your spine. Now let's dive into the rumor mill, because you know there's always some juicy gossip surrounding these events. Word on the street is, Fury's been hitting the gym like a man possessed. They say he's not just talking the talk, he's walking the walk, getting himself in top shape for the potential clash with Tyson. Old man or not, Fury's showing the world that age is just a number. And then there's talk about Tyson. Some folks whisper that he's been eyeing this challenge with more seriousness than meets the eye. They say he's not one to back down from a good old-fashioned brawl, especially when someone with the last name Fury comes knocking on the door. Could we be witnessing the comeback of Iron Mike? But remember, these are just rumors. And in the world of boxing, you never know what's real and what's just hype. It's the beauty of the sport, the uncertainty, the element of surprise that keeps us on the edge of our seats, waiting for that bell to ring. So there you have it, folks. John Fury, the man with a warrior's heart, challenging the legendary Mike Tyson. Will it happen? Only time will tell. But in the meantime, let's savor the anticipation, revel in the rumors, and keep our fingers crossed for what could be one heck of a showdown. December 23rd, mark it on your calendar. It might just be a date with destiny in the boxing world.